position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a conference rival from the American, the Army Black Knights. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Black Knights will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Runners offense takes the field. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Still looking on the move. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself. Keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Roadrunners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's complete on the right side. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Roadrunners. A great catch and run for 6.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Army Black Knights offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up. I with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
They're facing a third down.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll take it on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gets it out fast. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Smith dropping to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle it. You saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Roadrunners look to keep this drive humming. Here's a heat. They'll run the screen. Look out, he's got room. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they get so much.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. They They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the back. Going to sling it on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Smith wants to throw. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Roadrunners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes.
I lost a yard on that?
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. Maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Roadrunners are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Jones. Finds a crease at the 20. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. And the Roadrunners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's look at the big picture for Army. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, there he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. With the catch, it's Orji. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Punt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Quick strike complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Motion from the wide receiver. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a 1st down. Well done.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. The Roadrunners will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man on the right. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in West Point for an entertaining first half than you? And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Blake Field inside Michie Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCullough. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Smith wants to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Got his man. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Oh, he makes the catch. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going for 6. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Roadrunners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there. He's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Going with the counter play here. Creates a little space. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Roadrunners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Peterson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the break, and it's UTSA on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Smith dropping to pass. Got his man down the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. He didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their televisions.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Roadrunners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Excellent pass by the back on the option. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's McCullough. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. And the Roadrunners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? He'll pull it on the read. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Now on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Orji. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Find some fresh air. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability